Truck Month is back at Denoyer Chevrolet, and we're unveiling a deal like never before. Put yourself in the driver's seat of the all-new 2014 Silverado LT Double Cab. All the comfort you like, all the power you need. For just $269 a month, get the advantage of Denoyer's huge selection, quality service, and our exclusive Tires for Life program. Find new roads at Denoyer Chevrolet, Stadium Drive, Kalamazoo, or scroll our lot at denoyer.com.
Diagnosed about 5 months after the birth of my daughter. I started having some left side issues and just didn't know what it was. I couldn't pick up my daughter. I couldn't function on a daily basis, and so I decided to go to the doctor and had some CT scans and some MRIs, and then shortly after that I was diagnosed with MS. I've always been pretty athletic, so running was something a little bit different. Usually I played some volleyball, some sports like that. But decided to get into it last year. I tried it a little bit before, but with the MS I think I was pretty wiped out and things like that. But I just told myself, as stubborn and competitive as I am, I'm going to give it a try. I ran the Borgess 5K was my very first one. January 1st of last year I decided to make that my goal and went right at it. I actually did pretty well. I did it in 32 minutes, considering all the hills, so I actually placed pretty well, and that pretty much started my my competing, I guess you would say. It's the fatigue. I'm tired, but you know, you just push through it, and I think then it's the muscles, and I'm just injured a lot, but you just run through it, and that's probably my two: fatigue and some injuries. And when people say that, it's like, I don't have the time, or my family. There's always time. You need time for yourself, and maybe sometimes it's 4 o'clock in the morning or it's 9 o'clock at night, but just to get out there and at least do 5 minutes, see how you like it, and then go from there. I started out with a little app. It was this couch to 5K kind of thing. I did 3-4 minutes of walking and running, and kind of built up from there, and found out that this isn't so bad. And it's a matter of a mind of if you can get through that losing your breath, that anaerobic threshold that you go through, and just kind of push through it, and it just kind of went from there. It's another challenge. It's another thing I need to work through and say, hey, if I can do this, then I can do more. I'd like to eventually someday get to a marathon. So this is kind of where I just kind of go and keep challenging myself and push through, and since I'm so competitive, might as well. So it's the fact of this disease. It's so debilitating for some people, or at times for me, it's more, I'm not going to let this get me down, and I'm not going to let it control me, and I'm just going to keep going until it tells me I can't anymore. So, yeah, you just got to push through it. There's going to be some rough days, and you just got to kind of know what your limits are and kind of just go based off of that. And you know, when you start to feel bad, just kind of walk, push through it, keep going. And I think eventually, it's more of a mind game that you have to play with yourself, and you just keep pushing through, whether there's pain or you're tired. Just keep going.
Do you plan on running more in the summer, running more events?
Yes, last year I ran 12 races. I'd like to continue to up that, at least run my 9, and then kind of push a little bit more to that. Eventually, like I said, I like to get to more marathons and maybe even someday some ultra running. So you basically, when I get to that point, you just got to think to yourself, there's someone out there that can't do this, and I can, and I'm going to run for them. And you pretty much tell yourself, and you just go, and it'll get better. You just kind of forget about it, you get past it, think about some other things, and keep going.